closer.
Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. I'm Jason the Nice One and thank you for joining me, whether it be in the chat or in replay. I thank you so much for your support. I would like to welcome you to the channel and tonight's first time episode that I'm going to start with. I'm starting on a channel called Movie Talk, and this is episode 1. Tonight I'm basically going to focus on on horror because there's quite a lot of horror movies coming out. It's out of all the genres that are coming out, this movie releases, and sometimes some years are dry, sometimes this one seems to be kind of dry in a lot of the areas of genres. Horror is really big. There's a lot of horror movies coming out, including our it doesn't look like it probably won't happen with Scream 7, but it may or may not. But I know with lots that's coming out this year, and it's so exciting. That's one of my favorite, two favorite genres, that and musicals. But even musicals are hardly anything's coming out, and so that's so horror is it. So then we're going to talk mostly about that, but I'll talk about a few of the genres that are happening in movie releases. But I'm excited, and I hope that you are too, and you are ready to go. And please feel free to chat in through the chat. Send me questions. I'll answer as many as I can. But also to let you know, if you would like, it helps the channel out as well, is I do have super chats. That's the link is down below. Right now it's available through Venmo. PayPal is coming really soon, and the link is right down there. Just click on that, and that will help you find that. It's basically it's at Jason. It's basically Jason the Nice One _1828. That's how through the you do it on the app as well as on your laptop or pad, whatever you would like. And any of the amount is appreciated, and it will help the channel out. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do that. It really helps the channel out as well. It costs nothing. It gives you all notifications of any things that get uploaded to the channel, as well as live streams and watch parties that are coming. Also, sometimes there is a problem. Sometimes people aren't getting notifications. If you're not, after you've subscribed, whichever stream you're interested in watching, you don't want to miss, go ahead and make sure you go into that stream page and hit the bell icon. That will notify you right when the stream begins or the video begins. Okay? So actually, I know what I'm talking about. I'm doing great tonight. I promise you I did get a nap. And so I'm excited for that. That'll help you as well. And also, if you're interested in members-only benefits, there's perks through the Patreon. I do have a Patreon. The link to that is there. And real quick, and that's links down on my page as well. And if you just click down on the stream below, there's a thing called mention about my channel. Go ahead and click on that. Click on that link, and what you will do is if you click on up at the top, it says more under my banner, and click on that, and that will give you the link to the Patreon. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put that on there myself here real quick. Excuse me just a moment. I apologize. I only have 2 screens. I'm hoping to have a 3rd screen soon. That's coming. Hopefully this will work. There we go. There that is right there. That's the link to that. So to get to that. And what's also great about that is there are 3 different levels, and the most inexpensive level is number 1. That is $5 per month. That is less than a cup of coffee per day for a whole month. And that has 98% of the benefits of the channel. So you're not losing. It's a win-win. We have great things coming up on that channel with those benefits. I'm going to have private watch parties and exclusive watch parties on some films that are going to be exclusively away from YouTube. You will not have to worry about it. I will provide the copy. It's here on StreamYard, not on YouTube. And we'll be able to discuss and have this private chats with everybody and enjoying that. And so that's going to be coming soon. And so I'm excited about that and hope that you are too. Also, just to let you know, you probably know that I have collaborated with 2 incredible content creators, Katie from Poppin' the Popcorn and Kyle from Flitz Movies and Pop Culture 13. We've joined a channel called K&K&J Reviews. We're switching between each other's channels right now. We're hoping real soon to have our own dedicated channel. Stay tuned to the community section of my page, as well as on theirs. And we'll let you know when that comes to fruition, when we're going to have our very first episode on that dedicated channel. But also to let you, I'm going to go ahead and give the links to their pages real quick here. And there's Katie's. And also I'm going to put up Kyle's here. Also on the description section as well. I do want to congratulate Kyle. He just hit, during his last stream, he hit 500 subscribers. So it's absolutely incredible that he just hit that. Congratulations, Kyle. That's awesome. So thank you, Sarah, for stopping by. I appreciate you coming by, and you have a good night. You can hopefully be able to watch this on replay, but thank you so much for coming and supporting the channel just by stopping by. I appreciate you so much. You're a great friend and to the channel. And thanks for stopping by again. Appreciate that, Sarah, so much. And here is Kyle's page. Now, many of you might have heard through past streams I've had that Kyle had an accident a while back, a few months ago, that I'm in the hospital. He had 2 surgeries. He's out now, of course. He's streaming again, which is so wonderful. And again, like I just said, he hit 500. He's at 501 subscribers actually now, as I'm looking at it. That's exciting, so exciting. But also Katie's there as well. She's up and going. She's kind of away for a little bit, and she needs your support. She's putting out sometimes daily on what she's reading currently, also what she's eating at work. She also has our page. Look, there's a link on it. She has a dedicated Amazon store. Please help her out. That's going to help her as well, and the channel, and her husband out, and all that. And through them, that's extra ways they earn money. And she's had some challenges with her husband, and they've had challenges, and they need their help as well. And so that'll help them out. If you go to their channel, support their channel, look at their links, especially her Amazon store, that will help them out a lot. But with Kyle, what's happened is that he's had to recuperate at home. He's got physical therapy, so he's going to be unable to work for a while. So he needs help with expenses. So I have dedicated all proceeds from any super chats, Patreon memberships, will go to Kyle directly. From this point forward until I say different. And so please help him out. Any amount will help. I want to do that because he's one of my dearest friends. I love him so much, and I just want to make sure that he's okay. You can also, if you want to leave a message for Kyle, do that in the super chat as well, and I'll pass those on to him. Also, as well, when you do a super chat, if you have a comment, please leave it there, and those comments go to the front of the line. And I'll try to answer all questions, but we'll get to as many as we can. We should be able to. And I'll also try to answer them privately. I mark them and kind of try to answer them privately in between videos and streams. I can try to do that as well. I won't be able to guarantee that, but I'm going to try. Also, if you are watching on replay, if you would like to do a super chat, please, they're welcome even during offline. Go ahead and send it with your question. I'll try to answer it. So those of you who comment for Kyle, let him put that to it, and I'll pass that on to him as well. So I appreciate that very much. And hey, Jerry, glad to see you. Thank you for coming in. I know it's late, kind of an impromptu, but I'm glad that you're here with us. And I want to lower that volume a little bit there. The volume's got a little bit big. There we go. But thank you for joining us, Jerry. Thank you, guys. I so appreciate your support. And hope you're doing well today. Had a nice Sunday. And we're just talking out. If you have any questions, you can do a super chat. You don't need to. You can just ask questions about. We're just talking generally about movies, things that are coming up. If any person like to discuss any movie, I'm mostly going to be focused on horror because there's so much horror coming out. That's one of the one genres that is the big genre. Most films coming out in 2024 are in that horror genre. There are some musicals I'm going to touch on. Not very many. There's quite a bit of comedies coming out, quite a lot. That I've noticed. I'll talk about a few of those, mention a couple of those. And we can always research on IMDb about those releases as well, like I have. We'll talk about a few that I'm interested in, kind of curious about, as well as, I think, comedies. Dramas are scarce. There's some science fiction coming out. It's already come out already. If you have any opinions about any science fiction you've seen on Streamer, please share that as well. And also, and those that are watching replay, please leave comments. And I'll try to answer those. And I'd love to leave your opinions about what's happening with movie releases this year, any genre. I welcome that. That helps the channel out as well. And I can answer any questions you have for me and try to do as much as I can. And so I'm excited about that. But thank you for coming in, Jerry. And I think that's everything I've talked about. Okay, we can get going here. And thank you also again for being here. What I want to start talking about here, it's interesting, is I'm going to start with the horror genre because it's really, oh my goodness gracious. It's, we're looking here. But there's quite a lot that's come out already that you've noticed. I have noticed that already A Quiet Place Day 1 has come out. I have not seen it, so please no spoilers in the chat or in the comments. Those who may play, I haven't seen it. But I know other people have. I've heard it's given me some mixed reviews. I'm excited to see it, and I'm hoping to get there pretty soon here. And also, Abigail's come out. I've heard some great things about Abigail. I'm very interested in seeing that. Also, just watched the trailer. I'm probably going to do a reaction to that. Maybe I'm not sure just yet. On The Strangers Chapter 1. I'm interested in seeing that. The only thing that kind of scares me on that one, when I saw it, was it's almost looking like it's the same movie. Same formula. Different characters, different story, but it's kind of they're using the same. But I'm going to withhold judgment. I'm going to watch it no matter what. I'm fascinated by that. I loved the first one. This one, I guess, is a prequel. But the OG, the original one, I loved it. I watched that at night. Corey Andrews' channel, the Night Watch Zone. fell in love with it. It scared me to death. It was so bone chilling. And then, of course, M. Night Shyamalan's The Watchers is already out on streaming. I haven't seen that yet. I'm intending to do that. Interested in M. Night Shyamalan's new one. Looks interesting. Of course, I think Maxine's out. As soon as I can get a hold of that and see that, I'm hoping to see that in the theaters, but if I can, I'll see it on streaming. It's another one I'm very interested in. I've heard mixed reviews there. I saw the trailer for it, and I'm just like, looks absolutely bone chilling as well on that. I mean, my goodness gracious. So I'm kind of excited for that. There's some other ones I've listed here. I know Late Night with the Devil is one that's I've heard some interesting. Let me see what that is. I'm doing great. There we go. Let's see where did that go to? I'm just gonna have to listen to that. Let's see. It looks like not really anybody I know that I've seen. Let me look at it. So it looks like it says a live television broadcast in 1977 goes horribly wrong, unleashing evil into the nation's living rooms. That sounds interesting. It's kind of a possession type supernatural, but it could be based on a true story. I'm not sure. I don't. It's that, but it's about a. Also, it might be based on it's Jack Delroy. He hosts a syndicated talk show. He was Johnny Carson's rival. It's called Night Owls. He's a trusted companion to insomniacs around the country. It was people that had a huge fan base. A year after his wife's death, ratings have plummeted. Desperate to turn his kinds of Halloween special like no other, unaware he is about to unleash evil into the living rooms of America. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. I'm definitely going to go see that. Whew. Oh my gosh. That looks like that's supposed to be released. I think it's already been released. Yeah. It was released in March, so it's already here. So it's probably out of theater, so that's another one I'm looking for in streaming. Wow. Amazing. I know the first Omen, that's supposed to be the prequel to The Omen. I've heard great things about that. And, look at that real quick. I've been so busy today that I have no idea what I was going to do all this ahead of this time. So sorry about that, guys. It's live. We're going, and I'm going to look up these up and follow along. Please don't hesitate to leave comments in the chat as well. So that's a young American woman to begin a life of service to the church, but encounters a darkness that causes her to question her faith and uncovers a terrifying conspiracy. Oh, I have seen the trailer to this. That's another one I might be doing a reaction to. It hopes to bring about the birth of evil. Yep, it's definitely the prequel. It's streaming on Hulu. You can rent it on Prime Video. Okay, buy it. I'm gonna check that out on Hulu. Oh my gosh, yeah, I remember. Yeah, I have seen the trailer. That looks absolutely. I love the first. I love the Omen trilogy, especially the first two. Third one was okay, but and I haven't seen the fourth one. But Sonia Braga, like I know her. She's playing Sister Silva. Oh, Charles Dance. He was in Game of Thrones. Bill Nighy. Yeah, he was. I don't know if any of you know him. Yeah, it was nearly given. It was interesting. It was nearly given an NC-17 rating, largely for the disturbing birthing sequence. I don't like body horror. That doesn't sound very good. So they resubmitted the film to the MPA 4 times, with the problematic scene still included. And finally, the MPA eventually relented when it was cut down from its original 13 seconds to its final form, receiving an R rating. 13 seconds? Don't you just love the MPA? So it's 13 seconds. It can't be that bad. I don't know. 13 seconds is. But yeah, I'm looking forward. I'm definitely going to check that out. And so there's a slow burn. One of the reviews said it's a slow burn. I love slow burns. I will defend slow burns to anything, to anybody, to my dying day. Released April 5th. It's already, the budget was 30 million. It's already grossed 53 million so far. Wow. Wow. Yes, everybody's interested because The Omen was a very popular film in its day, ahead of its time. The original. Oh, wow. Dang. That's quite the. Oh, of course, we have Beetlejuice. You can check out on my page. Do have in my movie reviews playlist. I do have a review. Actually, I do a reaction video to Beetlejuice, but now I'm probably going to do another one because there's been another release, a final one. I I think one of my other favorite channels that I have that I watch, the reaction channel to trailers, it looks like they did one for the fans and they did one for people that never saw the first one. And there's quite a few differences. So you wonder what's going to be included, what's just a fake out. You just never know. Both of them, I have seen the second one. Both of them are quite good, but I'm going to rewatch it again and do a reaction. They're both interesting, but it's going to be interesting. I don't know my feelings about that. You could, especially feelings in the comment section, guys, watching what you think about that. Because I think that's interesting that they will do that sometimes. It's some people fool around with that. I heard Long Legs. I've heard that is absolutely incredible. I think Jake talked about it a little bit on his channel, I remember. And I don't know if he did this on Craven's channel. If you haven't, go to Craven's channel. It's Craven Something Scary. He had a horror talk with Jake, Killjoy Jake, last night. Watch that. It's an absolutely incredible stream. And yeah, I've heard that Long Legs is very good. They say it's absolutely terrifying. And Nicolas Cage, and I love psychological horror. Sometimes it scares me, but I do it anyway. I love to do. That's something as an actor I've always done. Is I love to do things that scare me. I love to expand my comfort zone. I always live by the motto: if you continue to do the uncomfortable, it will eventually become comfortable, and you can expand your comfort zone. Because actors have to go those places. You have to go. Sometimes I have played murderers. I have played villains that you would be terrified to meet in a dark. I would not want to meet them in a dark alley. They'd probably kill me. They're that sinister, that intelligent. Yeah, I heard that too. Yeah, he doesn't like violence. Um, so that'd be interesting to know if he actually they did things CGI after he did it or not. Violence does not bother me. I had that's one thing my parents taught me. Why my dad took me like Halloween, which like OG at 10, but then he didn't want to take me to Jaws. Interesting. There was stuff in Halloween for me as a 10-year-old gave me nightmares. Uh, the whole scene in the kitchen with the girl's boyfriend, that he came out of nowhere. I literally screamed. I started to cry. I hugged my dad and hid my head in I had my head in my dad's arm. I was so terrified. Oh my gosh! And I remember watching. He said he thought it'd be okay. He let me watch Carrie on. It was a national television, so it was cut. It was edited. I still had nightmares because they left in the jump scare at the end in the graveyard. I cried. He had to stay with me until I cried myself to sleep. But he said next day I was like, and didn't even have a worry, so he wasn't worried. My mother was so mad. He and I did a lot of that. He liked some horror. He really did. My favorite moment with him was when it comes to comedy horror was Dracula Dead and Loving It. If any of you've seen that scene when Jonathan Harker has to kill Lucy in that casket, that is one of the nastiest but funniest scene ever. Don't mean to spoil it. With all that buckets and buckets of blood. I thought I had to call an ambulance. My father couldn't breathe. He was laughing so hard. It's one of my most favorite moments with my dad. He just had fun with stuff like that. So that's going to be interesting with Long Legs to do that. Now some of these tarot I'm not actually familiar with that one. Let me look that up. Tarot, this is satanic. I won't go for. Sorry. There's a few I have. Like I finally did watch the first. I can't do one with. It's like The Conjuring, but it's the actor from The Conjuring. I don't even remember. He's one of my dearest friends. What in the heck? And I can't remember his name. I'm in trouble. I need to go to bed, guys. The Conjuring, and then he's in it. I just watched the first one and really liked it. It's PG-13. It's terrifying. There's some terrifying moments in Conjuring. If you've seen Conjuring, there is a lot of terrifying moments, especially the opening of the third one. Oh my gosh. One of the most intense opening scenes in a horror movie I have ever seen in my lifetime. Hands down. I recommend that series. Some people don't like the third one. I like them all. Just like there's some not so well done screams. I still love there's a lot of, as far as I'm concerned, I'm like Killjoy Jake and Craven. Not a bad film in the whole entire Scream franchise. Period. A group of friends recklessly violates the sacred rule of tarot readings and knowingly unleash unspeakable evil trapped with his cards. One by one, they come face to face with fate and end up in a race against death. I'm going to have to watch that trailer and do a reaction. I'm watching a little bit of it without the volume on. Why do kids play around with things when they're warned not to? Now, if they didn't, we wouldn't have horror movies. Yeah, a bunch of cocky teenagers. Yeah, college students, looks like. Attics. I had an attic just like that with a ladder going in. Okay, that made me jump. Well, yeah. I highly recommend, guys, go watch the trailer if you haven't. Dang. Oh, this looks good. I definitely. It's you can buy it on Prime Video now. It's available. Okay. Oh, not too bad. You can rent it for $5.99. Okay, might do a watch party. Okay. I don't recognize anybody that's on the phone. Huh. Alrighty. I saw the TV glow. Don't familiar with that one. And I also highly recommend, if you haven't, look at Steven's channel as well. No, it was Rebros React. They did. I don't know if you did saw it or um, Disturbia. Absolutely fantastic movie. Wow. Okay. A lot of these, there's a lot of psychological horror, and either in kind of paranormal. A24. Also, it's A24. Two teenagers bond over their love of a supernatural TV show, but it is mysteriously canceled. So we want to buy for 20. And, new cast is on. Teenager Owen is just trying to make it through life this summer when his classmate introduced him to a mysterious late night TV show. A vision of a supernatural world beneath their own, and the pinnacle of the television, Owen's view of reality begins to crack. And there we go. It's psychological. That's horror. I've noticed this year is really big on psychological horror, which I love those type of movies. Yeah, it messes with your head. It's PG-13, so this Disturbia proved itself, and it's like Lights Out, um, The Ring. All the proofs can be very terrifying without all the violence. Dang. Only 5 million. That's already made 119,000. It's still there's been since May, but what the heck. Alrighty. Yeah, Arcadian. That's another Nicolas Cage one. I don't know. Let me know if you've heard of any of these, Jerry. That Arcadian. It's a post-apocalyptic. That would be interesting. Immaculate. Alien Romulus. I have seen. I can't wait to see that film. I'm gonna probably do a reaction to that trailer. That trailer scared the living crap out of me. Yeah, and Imaginarium Hertz is interesting with the doll. Monster. Oh, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey too. Why? Yeah, I hate that. I will not watch those movies. Those guys are such con artists. They purposely misled the public in everything, including what things that you get at the movie theater if you invest in their film, and everybody was lied to. They all lied to everybody, and they're mad. They think they've done no wrong. I said, you ripped people off. You stole from them. Lisa Frankenstein. That one I know that's been released earlier this year. I think I haven't seen that one. I'm interested. Nosferatu. I just saw the trailer for. That I'm very interested in. They're doing a remake of The Crow. I don't know what I think about that. Brandon Lee was a masterpiece. I don't know if they can recapture that. Hellboy the Crooked Man. I just saw that, and that's interesting. I don't know if that's an original story, but Hellboy fighting the Crooked Man. I have to see it just out of sheer curiosity. I don't know if you heard it, Jerry. See it in the comments, guys. If you're watching this by replay, just keep them going. I hope you when you see this, it should keep them going, because I'd love to know a lot about these horror movies I've not seen. So many of them. Yeah, they keep saying, okay, let me look at here. They keep teasing us with this, but we've never come out with a solid date. Thanks, Jerry. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Okay, let me put this in. You probably want to guess, probably, if you're a Stephen King fan, the one I'm looking at. Okay. Space Adams Law. Now, they keep saying it's expected 2024. Why are they doing this to us? They just say expected. Driving me. But I've heard that it's supposed to be really, really good. And it does look like we're not going to get a Megan sequel this year. It's going to be probably next year. And Stephen King is co-writing it with Gary Doberman, the director. It's like a pretty... Alfred Woodard is Dr. Cody. Alfred Woodard's in it. I don't think I've ever seen her in a horror film. Wow. A lot of newcomers, a lot of new actors. Rob Lowe did a Salem's Lot? I didn't know that. I don't know if you've never seen the original Salem's Lot that was on TV with David Soul and James Mason. I don't know, it's one of my favorite imitations to do. Mr. James Mason from Salem's Lot. Everybody thinks I can do Donald Pleasant, so I can do the other one is just as good. Yeah, I've seen A Return to Salem's Lot. Don't waste your time. That's a dumb movie. Horrible. It will be rated R. Okay. Now, writer Gary Doberman was told Den of Greek in June of 2019. 4 years ago? 4 years ago? I just slapped these guys. Is to make vampires frightening again. He wants to get away from the sexier, more romanticized undead that have infested pop culture for most of the past quarter century. Thanks to everything from Interview with the Vampire to Twilight to the Vampire Diaries. Well, you're not winning me over, Gary Doberman. No. Lost Boys was a masterpiece. So was Interview with the Vampire. Twilight, okay, how people are done with it. I love the movies. Didn't like some of the books, but the movies were good. Vampire Diaries is one of my favorite series, so I'll still see it because I got to see what he does. I just have to see what he and Stephen King did to see what they do with it. And if you've seen the original OG Salem's Lot, that was not a romanticized version of it. That was scared me to death as a kid, especially what's his name, the one leading kid, his best friend at the window. That man, oh my God, that gave me nightmares for months. That's why to this day I have a hard time. If I had to put my bed in front of a window, it's not a nice picture. Let me tell you, I'm just like, oh. I don't think there's any vampires in our neighborhood. But release date 2024. The hell? Well, hopefully we'll hear something. I have to drive up to Maine and say, hey, Steven, what's holding you up? Okay. Yeah, Mom, I've heard some interesting things about. The Vampire Next Door. Got some vampire films. Okay. It's one of my favorite genres. This introverted Cameron is desperately in love with his high school Diane, but his romantic pursuit is halted when Victoria, a female vampire, moves in next door. Cameron soon discovers he's in the middle of a life and death adventure. So it's basically Fright Night 2. I haven't, Jerry. I haven't seen Abigail. I've heard it's terrific. I can't. I gotta sit down and watch it. I've heard it's really quite good. They said it was really terrifying. And so I think that's the one on my watch list. It's kind of like Disturbia and Fright Night 2, a whole bunch of combinations. Interesting. She's pretty good looking for a vampire. It's a kind of a comedy too. Yeah, I might do a trailer action on that one. Okay. Speak No Evil. That's another I wanted to look at because I've not seen. That's the one with. Let's see. James McAvoy. Oh, I've seen the trailer. Yeah, it's another one I might do a reaction to. Oh, good. It's on Peacock. Thanks, Jerry. I'll check that out. Yeah, our family is invited to spend a weekend in an idyllic country house on the way. The dream vacation will soon become a psychological nightmare. Yeah, it takes place in, I think it's Italy. I remember right. James McAvoy in his true form. Really, really spooky. James McAvoy. He's the one that's really known. Oh, it's a remake of a 2022 Danish film. Also, it's being released in September, on September 13th. So I'll have to check that out in the movie theaters. That'll be fun to watch. That's something to look forward to. Never Let Go. It's Halle Berry. Halle Berry's done, I think it's, I can't remember the movie. She did a horror movie. I think it was only one, but she did one. It's called Never Let Go. Halle Berry. Family that has been haunted by an evil spirit for years. Oh, I have seen the trailer for this. Their safety and their surroundings come into question when one of the children questions if the evil is real. Yeah, and they tie each other with ropes when they go out of the house to get things and come back. Yeah, that's another trailer reaction I might do because the trailer looked very interesting. And that one touch is all it takes. Ooh, just that tagline. Wow. So it's going to be released on September 27th. That's one to look forward to. Right. Doesn't say what it's going to be. Doesn't list what it's going to be the rating yet. I haven't rated it yet. Okay, that'll be interesting too. Let's see. Gods of the Deep, that looks like basically yeah, kind of a creature, sea creature. Vermont, no, I don't like bugs. This is another one. This is the one I was looking at. Founders Day. I don't know if you've heard of that one. Oh, that was in 2023, but it's being released in theaters this year. The poster gives you kind of a feel of like Christopher Orlando film and Halloween. Not Halloween, Thanksgiving. The small town is shaken by a series of ominous killings in the days leading up to a heated mayoral election. Oh, it's already on Prime Video. You want to buy it? Okay. I think I have seen this trailer. Mickey's Mousetrap. This I don't know if I, because Disney released. That one is so weird for the CEO of Disney. He never lets anything out. You can't. He tries to sue everybody, and he let Mickey Mouse, that character's go into the public domain. Disney's rolling over in his grave. What they're going to do with that? Michael Madsen's in Monster Mash. That's going to be an interesting one. There's a Dracula, the werewolf, the mummy, and some man must work together to stop. Or a comedy, maybe. Under the old Rankin Bass that did the Rudolph movies, and yeah, this was a good one called Monster Mash when I was a kid. Dracula, the werewolf, and the invisible man must work together to stop Dr. Frankenstein from creating an unstoppable monster. It doesn't say what the rating is. Michael Madsen, I don't know who he is. Maybe that's next to me. It's already been released. It was released in April 5th in Mexico first. It doesn't say how it's been doing, but it's on Prime Video. Okay. That's what, yeah, the last one, yes. That's what it's supposed to be succubus or succubi, whatever. When I was a kid, I used to say, succubus? What do you want to suck a bus for? Sorry. Now that I said it, oh, but yeah, it's a very interesting one. Well, that pretty much wraps up horror. As you can see, it's the big one. It's the big genre. It's really coming out a lot. We'll see what it does. And see what its rating is. A group of young people arrive to a remote village when they encounter an ancient spirit, a succubus, that can take human disguise. It feeds on one's deepest fears and brings out the darkest side in people. Looks like new, like a foreign. It was released in April from Russia, so it's already out there. So, doesn't say, no. Doesn't say where you can get it. Doesn't say where you can get it. Huh. Let's see if it's ever released again. So it's not available. So let's look at the same messages here. Scott. Okay, well that's horror, everybody. So I don't hope I haven't bored anybody. Got about an hour, so I don't like to go more than 2 hours. So I'm just gonna quickly go over some ones I have noticed for comedy. Yeah, it looks like quite a bit has already come out. Um, uh, I do love the trailer. I did do a reaction trailer to Inside Out too. That's a big one. But, I think that's already out as far as I know. It's already out. Oh, it's in theaters now. Okay, I could better go see it before I catch it before it. Oh, that's right. It just was. In June. Oh, might still be out now. It'll probably be on Disney Channel soon. I've been looking forward to seeing that because Pixar usually hits a home run on that. So that's great. I did love the trailer. So I've already seen. If you, I do highly recommend. I haven't done it. I did an IMDb review, and then a letterbox review. I might do a full review on If. If you haven't had a chance to see it in the theaters before it comes out. It's absolutely very, very charming and heartwarming. I highly recommend it. Bad Boys Ride or Die are coming out. Despicable Me 4. Why? The Deadpool 3 and the Wolverine. I'm gonna go see that. It's gonna be interesting to see what they do with it. And then Moana 2. Disney. Throw a penny at it, mommy, and make it stop. A remake of the Garfield movie. Oh, Kung Fu Panda 4. You want to talk about another genre that's riffed with remakes? It's like horror. It's comedy. Now, I don't know if any of you've seen it yet. I would love to know, Jerry, if you've seen it or anybody. Please leave in the comments. I just watched it on uh, YouTube. It was available free with ads. Um, Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire. I absolutely love this film. I love the entire every film, even though some of them people didn't like. I loved them all. But Ghostbusters is Frozen Empire is one of the few films that I would not say is better than the original, but it's equal to it. It's on the same level. You can tell that Ivan Reitman's son, who directed and co-wrote it, and does a wonderful fitting tribute to both his dad and Harold Ramis. And the rest of the three that are Bill Murray and Ernie Hudson, uh, Dan Aykroyd, all three of them are in their top form. And their top form, top form. And it is absolutely very incredible. It's an incredible film. And I highly recommend it if you haven't seen it. So many references to the old films. With the kids, the family, they're in top form. The whole cast is great. Love the kids from. Always have enjoyed the two. I think they're from Stranger Things. They're always so great in those films. And the mother, I can't He's named the lead in it. Doing great. He's so great as always. But the actress who plays the mom, she's from the Gilded Age. Great actress, and this is so much fun. And they're all there together, having fun, and they're so great, especially the little girl. She's so funny in this one. She really shines in this one. But the special effects are absolutely amazing. The main ghost that they have to deal with is absolutely terrifying. And there's scenes in here that absolutely just scared the bejesus out of me. Um, More in the first one. The first one was, but had some great comment, and of course, nothing can beat that wonderful line of, "Yes, it's true. This man has no debt." Yeah. Oh my gosh. And he's in this as the mayor. That's what makes this movie so funny. The jokes are never stop. There was even somebody in a crowd one time. He was at a press conference, and in the crowd, the character was, "Hey, Dickless." I don't know how the character knows unless he was in the room. He was a cop or something, but it was hysterical. And he is very funny in it. Very funny in it. So it's a great movie if you haven't seen it. I highly recommend it. It's quite a bit of romantic comedies. The Idea of You with Anne Hathaway. And if you have, I don't know if any of you've seen Jerry or anybody leave in the chat the comments as well if you've seen the new Beverly Hills Cop movie. I've heard I'm interested in seeing what it's like. Poor Things, I've heard some great reviews of that. Yeah, the musical version of Mean Girls is already out. Oh, awful. Most of these are simple comedies. I probably will try to watch most of them. And you can get them on IMDb. I looked that up. It's a great list off of that. It's actually on Bing. There's one called Summer Camp. That's the one I'm really interested in. It has look at this combination, guys. Diane Keaton, hands down, is my favorite character actress of all time. Kathy Bates and Eugene Levy. How can you lose? There D'Angelo from the National Lampoon's Vacations there on it. Oh my gosh. Denny Haysbert. Oh my gosh. Calls Nora, Jenny, and Mary, three childhood best friends who used to spend every summer at a sleepaway camp together. After years, when the opportunity to get back together for summer camp reunion presents itself, they all seize it. I'm so there. It's PG-13. Well, that review wasn't very flattering. It was really actually offensive. It was released in May, so you have to see it on video. Okay. We have to do a watch party for that. And it'll on Prime. Okay. Summer camp. And we all know that as far as musicals, I will say right now, hands down, the one that I will say this ahead of time to get it over with. I did a reaction video. You can see it on my channel of Wicked. If you're not familiar with that, if you haven't seen it on stage, please, I will go on a limb on this. That this is going to probably be one of the biggest, most successful musical adaptations ever put on screen. I love it. It's a great different take on the Wizard of Oz story. The stage version is great, and we have the great director that directed Crazy Rich Asians doing the directing, and he's perfect. I love Crazy Rich Asians. and I can't remember her name. That's the villain, kind of the nemesis, the mother-in-law in Crazy Rich Asians is playing the villain in this one. Perfect, perfect actress for the role. And they have two great, incredible actresses as the leads, and people aren't liking the idea of uh, another game movie called Bottoms. Oh, jeez. I'm going to go there. Ariana Grande. And what I've seen on the trailers, this is not the Ariana Grande from NBC's Live Hairspray. She has come into her own. She's doing things that I never could have even imagined. Anybody, I can't believe SAG allowed her to do some of these things. She is absolutely hilarious. She loves the show. She was got a lot of help from the original Linda, Kristen Chenoweth, and I can't wait. It looks like it's two parts because it's a take on Wizard of Oz. We see a little bit of Dorothy's. It's like you're watching Wizard of Oz, but from the different angle. Well, now they've put all those things with Dorothy back in because you've got a longer movie. You can, and then they've also put in flashbacks when they were children that they couldn't do on stage because the brain only holds out as long as the butt. So I think that's why they're doing two parts. So the first part is Act 1, and then you have a year intermission, and then Part 2 is Act 2. So I'm excited. It's got a great cast. You can check out my trailer reaction on that on my page. Okay. Doesn't look like a lot of, not a lot coming out in comedy. It's unfortunate. There's really not a lot coming out in drama. The ones that they basically the best, they just have listed the best dramas. Not a lot. There is another movie with Dennis Quaid as Ronald Reagan. How many movies are going to make of that? I do hear that Scarlett Johansson, Channing Tatum is the one that's called Fly Me to the Moon. I think that's already been released, but I've heard that's a big, really successful one. And the new that just came out, Kevin Costner's Horizon, new Western, which was filmed in Utah. So I have a lot of friends in that movie. So not a lot in drama. I think we've covered everything. I do know that Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire is coming out. There's one coming, I don't know what date, but it's The Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim, which is the own still story behind Helm's Deep, hundreds of years before the fateful war, telling the life and blood times of its founder, Helm Hammerhand, the King of Rohan. I don't know. I might go see it, but geez, it's only 2 hours and 10 minutes, so that might be worth. Brian Cox is in it. Yeah, there's a Mad Max Saga sequel. It's the origin story of the warrior Furiosa. Some of these movies, they're taking these obscure characters and making stories about them. Like some people, it's like, you've got to be a diehard fan to really care. I think Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, I don't know if you've seen that, Jerry, or anybody in the chat. Let me know if you have seen that. I haven't seen. I've heard some great things. I started to watch a couple of the other ones before, that I missed, but I've heard some good things about that. I did do a trailer reaction on that one. A live action of Mufasa the Lion King. Oh, jeez. It's not even Disney. You got another Transformers movie. When are they going to learn? Yeah, the Joker, that new one's coming out. Gladiator 2. Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Please make it stop. Craven the Hunter. That one looks promising. A Looney Tunes movie, The Day the Earth Blew Up. There we go. Oh, Ben and the Last Dance. Oh. Now let me know too. I've been watching the new Dune with Timothée Chalamet. I haven't seen the second one yet, but I've been watching the first one. Kind of intrigued. So I didn't like the original. I don't know if you've seen them both or what you think about it in the comments as well. And then after, for those of you in the replay, please do that for me. I'd appreciate that. Well, that's pretty much it. Let me look in science fiction. Yeah, there's not much there. I already mentioned most of those. Yeah. One called Sting, which looks interesting. Well, not coming out there. Action adventure, we really looked at that. There is a. Alrighty. Well, I'll leave some of the links to my trailer reviews for this year. Some of them that I've done trailers. I actually might do some more. Maybe we might do some watch parties down the future. Some that have been released. Stay tuned to that. I'll always keep you updated on that. And I just want to touch here. Let me know in the comments what you feel about Scream 7, the idea of where we're going to get it in December, what you feel about not getting it, what's going to happen, your theories. I'd love to hear them. You can see in the comments of Steve Craven's what my theory is about who the Ghostface could be. I think it would be devastating. My general thoughts about that to end this stream. I appreciate you guys joining me. I don't want to keep you any longer. But it's basically, I'm one of those that really is a diehard fan of the original. I just thought it was so groundbreaking what it did for the genre, woke up the genre for a while. I think horror will never have the general respect of the Oscars, and because, and some of the other, like science fiction comedy doesn't get it, all that because of the remake aspect of it. There are people that just don't like remakes. It's like, stop, do original material. We're always saying there's no new original material, but then stop doing remakes. Remakes are not new material. It's not new material. Unless you do a reboot or something, your own take on it, then okay. Then I don't consider that a remake. But there's not enough of that. There's just not enough of that. People are trying to reinvent with a feeling of the original, and you can't. There's just no way you can do that, capture that. It's a product of its time. So, and I've seen some great sequels. I've seen some great so-called remakes that I don't consider remakes that are really well done. I can go from Disney. I can go from examples of that, and yeah, and I did. I think a great example of that is for me was Disturbia is one of them, because it was supposed to be like a remake of, well, it's more of an homage to certain movies, but it really was a remake of Rear Window. Basically, it really was. But they took it to put teen angst in it, what teenagers would do, and it really was its own. It really turned out to be its own take on that voyeurism trope, and it was fantastic. And I don't consider it a remake; I consider it a reimagining, and it was really well done. I love the original Parrot Trap. The remake was great, and it wasn't a remake to me. It's a modern telling with two great little actresses that were different than Haley Mills, but they were great, and it was charming. It had this charm all its own. It was a different story with different actors and their interpretations of the characters, and it really worked. And to me, it wasn't a remake. It was a hit for Disney. Um, and the same thing for Beauty and the Beast. I thought it was a total different take on the story and the musical, and they include songs from the stage version that was not in the original film. And so, and I know there was auto-tune issues, but didn't bother me at all. And that's another one that I think is great. Sometimes they really work, but I hope that's a big thing. I wanted was Scream that was different. And so for me, the diehard person to me really doesn't want them to bring Stu back, even though they're going to. They probably are. But I almost don't want it to, just because to be that, continue to be that franchise that doesn't do what everybody else is doing. Don't bring back a dead killer. That's a popular one. It always happens. It's stupid. It's why I hate Friday the 13th. Because when I watched the second one, I'm like, why did you have the first one? He was there and saw his mother and knew who she was. Why did he didn't do something then? Why did he wait? That's stupid. They should have done the first two movies together and save time. That drives me crazy. Same with Halloween. I don't care. I just cannot get past. Love the third one. I just can't. I love the fourth one for the acting. But I just can't get past this idea of doing a remake, bringing back that whole brother-sister thing. That just, you do something and it doesn't work, but you continue to pound it and pound it and pound it. It's got to work. It's never going to work. So that's another one in Halloween that I just drives me crazy. I consider Halloween the OG. I liked Halloween 3. It's its own separate film. And then the David Gordon Green trilogy. I'm not going to make apologies for that. Period. I think there's some order of things they could have done differently from the original trilogy that could have solved some issues. I think you can find that. I think it was my birthday or channel anniversary stream. I think it was my birthday stream. Kind of a combination. I was with Knight and Craven, Stephen. With that, we talked about Stephen was funny as all get out. It's worth the watch for that alone. But it's just, yeah, it was great. And so that's something else, but I think that's something that Scream could do, and then end it, just stop, end it. They're probably not because of money, but I think the state should be what Kevin wanted to do, and what Wes Craven wanted to do is just end it, stop it, stop making them, just end it. You have two tail end first final girls that have survived. City has survived so far. We have a happy ending so far for Melissa. Let that in. Let them have their happy endings. Maybe, okay, she has her boyfriend. Tara has the twins. They have their happy ending. Let them have it. If somehow maybe they might end the sad ending with Mark Harmon, as it might be, but she still have an ending to the point where she got stopped, whatever the killer was, and stopped the killings. There's no more link. There can't be any more. If there are, you want to, let the fans do it, but it won't be part of canon. And there's been some Scream some fan films of Scream that are quite good, but it's not part of the canon, and that's okay. But end it. Be that franchise that's different. but I have no control over that. Who am I? That's just my opinion. But that's my opinion on it, period. But I do have my theories if Stu might bring Stu back. So that's it. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. I appreciate you being here and supporting this channel. To those of you watching the remake, thank you for watching. Please share this on your social media, as well as on your channels. So if you have channels, please advertise this. I would really get this out. I really need the help. I'm trying. My goal now is I'm at. I am at 106 subscribers, and so my first goal is to get to 200 would be great, but my 500 is the next big goal. But I'm liking to get there. It'd be great to have a great party celebration. Please do that. That would really help. And also, if you haven't interested again in a membership, please check out Patreon. It's a great benefit, and it will help out the channel, and also, for the time being, help fellow content creator out as well, because I'm donating those donations to him. Okay, other than that, I think that's everything. And again, please leave comments too, as well as at the end. That will also help the channel out. And I appreciate everything you guys have done. And to end this, just remember before we go, please remember that you are enough. You are more than enough. It's amazing how enough you really are. And please don't forget that you are of infinite worth. And this world needs you in it. You have a place in this world and a need. I think you do, but all of us have a purpose for being in this world. It might take you a lifetime to figure it out, but you never know the effect you will have on this world. And also, please, above all, don't let the foolishness out there steal your bliss. Enjoy that. Enjoy your days. Enjoy your week. Hope you have a great week. And just get out there and enjoy yourself and enjoy your life. Enjoy life in general. There's so much to be thankful for and grateful for and to enjoy out there. And all that. Like one of my favorite sayings from one of my musicals. Musical's name, where it says, life's a banquet, and most poor bastards, poor sons of bitches or whatever, are starving to death. Great line. I always love to live by that. And just suck out of life everything you can. It's there, and it's a great life. It is a wonderful life, and I believe in that. Until next time, this is Jason the Nice. Also that, and before I leave, there in a comment. Yeah, it's okay, American Turkey Burger. I'm so sorry. That's okay. It's okay. I decided to end a little early because it's been. We've gone through most everything. It's pretty kind of except in horror and comedy. It's really a dead year this year with movies. But you can watch in the replay. It's there for you. But thank you for coming in, American Turkey Burger. I appreciate your support as always. You're a great subscriber and a great asset to this channel. I appreciate that. But once again, don't ever forget that, and have a good week. And until next time, this is Jason the Nice One, and we'll talk with you soon. Take peace. Love you all.